Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to another video today. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be going over the non-liquidating Sears and Kmart stores once again. So, about a week ago today, it was announced that three more Sears and Kmart stores, with them two Kmart stores in Florida and the Sears Grand in California, our number has now dwindled down from 23 Kmarts and 29 Sears locations down to just 21 Kmart stores and 28 Sears stores. Combine both numbers together and you get approximately 49 Sears and Kmart stores, just under 50 that are not liquidating as of March 29th, 2021. So previously we had a couple of stores, like I said, we had 52. Now we're down to 49. So these are the following Kmart stores that are not liquidating as of March 29th, 2021. The Kmart store in Guam, the Kmart store in Costa Mesa, California, the Kmart store in Freedom, California, the Kmart store in Grass Valley, California, the Kmart store in South Lake Tahoe, California, so that's approximately 5 Kmarts in the state of California, and 1 Kmart store in Guam. There's only 2 Kmarts now left in Florida that are not currently liquidating, which include the Kmart store in Key West, Florida, and the Kmart store in Miami, Florida. The only Kmart that's not liquidating that's left in the state of Michigan is the Kmart store in Marshall, Michigan. Same thing goes for Montana, which is located in Hamilton, Montana. And there are 2 Kmart stores currently in New Jersey that are not liquidating, which are the Kmart store in Avenel, New Jersey, which is in Middlesex County, just north of the Woodbridge Center Mall in Woodbridge, New Jersey, and the Kmart store in Westwood, New Jersey, which is the last Kmart store in Bergen County, New Jersey, and the last Kmart store in North Jersey as well. Now, meantime, across the border in the state of New York, we have the Kmart store in Bridgehampton, New York, which is the last Kmart store left on Long Island, the 1 Kmart store in the Bronx near the Mall Bay Plaza, and the Kmart store, which is that 2-level freestanding Kmart store, also located in the Bronx. The Kmart store in New York City, New York, which is located in Astor Place, the only Kmart store in the Manhattan borough. The Kmart store in White Plains, New York, the last Kmart store in the Hudson Valley, and a couple of Kmart stores that are not located in the mainland of the United States, and Guam too, that also does count as one located that is not located in the mainland of the United States. The Kmart store in Hato Rey, Puerto Rico, and 2 Kmart stores in St. Croix, Virgin Islands, along with the 2 Kmart stores in St. Thomas, also located on the Virgin Islands territory of the United States. So that's about 21 Kmart stores that are not currently liquidating with SB360 Capital Partners, LLC. So we switch gears over to Sears, and there are approximately 28 Sears and Roebuck stores that are currently not liquidating, as the Sears Grand was announced, or just announced rather, a week ago today. So these are the following Sears stores that are currently not liquidating: the Sears store in Frederick, Maryland, the last Sears store in the last Sears in the state of Maryland. There are a couple still left in California, which includes the Sears store in Burbank, California, the Sears store in Concord, California, the Sears store in Downey, California, the Sears store in Pasadena, California, the Sears store in Stockton, California, and finally the Sears store in Witter, California. So that's approximately 6 non-liquidating Sears stores in the state of California, which, by the way, is the most. There are only 3 Sears stores left in Florida, which includes the Sears stores in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the Sears store in Orlando, Florida, and the Sears store in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Those are the 3 Sears stores that are not currently liquidating. The Sears in Kahului, Hawaii is currently the only one in Hawaii that's not liquidating. The Sears in Schaumburg, Illinois at the Woodfield Mall is the last Sears store in the state of Illinois, and the last Sears store in the state of Illinois that's not liquidating as well. The Sears in Braintree, Massachusetts, which I still don't know if that one's liquidating or not. It may or may not be liquidating. Again, I'm not 100% on that one. I think it's not liquidating as of now because it is the last Sears or Kmart type store in the state of Massachusetts. The Sears in Westland, Michigan, which is the last Sears store in the state of Michigan. The Sears in Jersey City at the Newport Center Mall in Jersey City, New Jersey, is the last Sears store within the state of New Jersey. The Sears in Brooklyn, New York is the last Sears branded store in New York City. The Sears in Massapequa, New York is the last Sears on Long Island. And the Sears in Newburgh, New York is the last Sears in the Hudson Valley region of New York State. Then, of course, so that's approximately 3 Sears stores that are currently not liquidating in the state of New York. In North Carolina, we have the Sears in Greensboro, North Carolina, the Sears in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's approximately 2 Sears stores that are currently not liquidating in the state of North Carolina. In the state of Pennsylvania, the Sears in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the Sears in Media, Pennsylvania, and the Sears in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is at the Colonial Park Mall in Colonial Park, Pennsylvania, just outside of Hershey. The Sears in Media, Pennsylvania is a freestanding Sears with a nearby Boscov's, and the Sears at the Willow Grove Park Mall in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania is one of the last Sears stores in Pennsylvania that are connected to a profitable mall within the state of Pennsylvania. There is only one Sears store left in Puerto Rico, and that's in San Juan, Puerto Rico. The Sears in El Paso, Texas is the last Sears store in the state of Texas, and we all know why that store does very well because of Sears' success story with Mexico. So that's the last Sears in the state of Texas as well. And in the state of Washington, we have the Sears in Toccoa, Washington State, and the Sears in Union Gap, Washington State as well. And there's actually 4 non-liquidating Sears in Florida. I don't know why they still have it like this, but Sears in Miami, Florida is not liquidating, along with the Sears in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, Orlando, Florida, and Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So approximately 4 non-liquidating Sears stores in the state of Florida. So that's just a quick overview of the stores. So we'll zoom in here a little bit. We'll go piece by piece, and we'll go through each of them. So this is the last Kmart and Sears branded store in Guam. So we go a little bit east, and we hit the first state, which is Hawaii, which is in the Pacific Ocean. This is the last Sears store within the state of Hawaii, and that's in Kalali, Hawaii. Sorry about that, guys. These are the last 2 Sears stores in the state of Washington. One is just outside of Seattle, and another one is near Yuma, Washington. That's the one in Union Gap. We go along down the West Coast, and we see we got 2 Kmarts left that are just outside of Sacramento, California. 2 Sears stores that are between San Francisco and Sacramento. Another Kmart store just a little south of San Jose. We move a little bit too down to the Los Angeles area, and we see that there's a Kmart store just outside of Los Angeles, the last one in the greater LA area. There are 4 Sears stores left in Los Angeles, though, which amazes me. No Sears or Kmart stores left in Nevada, but there is a Kmart store in Lake Tahoe, which is just near the Nevada state border. We move a little bit north to Montana, and we see we have the Kmart store in Hamilton, Montana, which, by the way, that's one of the few Kmarts left that actually has the old Kmart sign, which makes that pretty freaking cool. As we move along to the Sun Belt of the United States, we move to the last Sears store in Texas, which is in El Paso. By the way, it's very close to the Mexico and United States border, if I didn't go over that before. And as we move along, we move a little bit north to the upper Midwest, which is the Rust Belt of the United States. We have the Sears store in Chicago, just outside of Chicago at the Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg, Illinois. We move a little west to the great state of Michigan, and we have the Kmart in Marshall, Michigan, and the other Sears store, which is in Westland, Michigan, just outside of the greater Detroit area, by the way. The Kmart store is a little bit far away from the greater Detroit area. Just wanted to make that clarification to everybody. No Sears stores after Texas, and here, no more Sears or Kmart anywhere there. In Georgia, too, no more of that. As we move along to Florida, this is the last Kmart store left, and it's in Key West, which is the southernmost point in the United States. We move along the east coast of Florida, and we hit the Kmart store in Miami, the Kmart store in Miami, and the Sears store in Miami, and we move a little bit north along the Florida coast. We hit the Sears store in Fort Lauderdale, and again, we hit the Sears store in Palm Beach. And finally, the last Sears store in Florida, which is located in Orlando, which is still open, and that's at the Florida Mall in Orlando, Florida, right near Walt Disney World and Universal Studios, Florida. We move along the east coast of the United States, and we hit the next Sears stores, which we have the one in Greensboro, just in the greater Greensboro area, and the other one being in the greater Raleigh area. No Kmarts left in North Carolina, unfortunately. As we move along the east coast of the United States, we hit the Sears store in Frederick, Maryland. This is the last Sears store in the state of Maryland. And we go a little bit north. We hit the next closest store after that. That's the one in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of the. In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is the capital of the state of Pennsylvania, and also just outside of Hershey, Pennsylvania. A great experience where people can admire Hershey's Chocolate World and Hershey Park, of course. We move a little bit east of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and this is the Sears store in Media, Pennsylvania, which is freestanding along with the Boscovs. And this Sears store is actually just outside of the Philadelphia area and a couple of miles east of the Philadelphia International Airport. So going west of Philadelphia, we have the Sears store at the Willow Grove Park Mall in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. And then, of course, we hit my home state of New Jersey, and we have the Kmart store located in Avenel, New Jersey, which is located in Middlesex County, just north of the Woodbridge Center Mall. And you see exactly what I mean by showing it on the map. Then we go a little bit north, and we hit the Sears and Roebuck store. The Sears store at the Newport Center Mall in Jersey City, New Jersey. And in coordinating with that, its sister store, the Kmart store in Astor Place, New York City, which is located in Lower Manhattan. This Sears store is located at the Newport Center Mall in Jersey City, New Jersey, by the way. The Sears store in Brooklyn in the Flatbush neighborhood, one of the last unique ones that are not currently liquidating. We hit New Jersey. We hit Bergen County, New Jersey, which is this is the last Kmart store in northern New Jersey and in Bergen County, New Jersey. We also have the Kmart store in White Plains, New York, which is just a little bit west of the Westchester and the Gallery at White Plains, which actually just recently lost its Sears store. We hit the Bronx. And this is the freestanding Kmart that is 2 stories and that has an auto center. And then, of course, we have the Kmart store near the Bay Plaza Shopping Center in the Bronx. Go a little bit east out onto Long Island, and this is the last Sears store that is currently not liquidating. Yes, the Green Acres Mall Valley Stream 1 is wrapping up liquidation sales on Sunday, April 18th, 2021, along with the Kmart store in Kearny, New Jersey on Sunday, May 2nd, 2021, and the Kmart store in Belleville, New Jersey, wrapping up liquidation sales on also Sunday, April 18th, 2021. This is the last Sears store, which is located in Massapequa, New York. We go a little bit east of Long Island, and we hit the Kmart store in Bridgehampton, New York, the last Kmart store on Long Island. And then finally, we hit the Sears store in Newburgh, New York, this is the last Sears store in the Hudson Valley, as the Sears store has officially closed at the Gallery at White Plains in White Plains, New York. And finally, we hit the Sears and Roebuck store located in Braintree, Massachusetts, which is located at the South Shore Plaza, which is currently not liquidating as of now. I don't know why anyone put that up. I thought it was, but it wasn't. So, you know what? We almost forgot one area, the Virgin Islands. So this is the Sears store in Puerto Rico, and of course we can't forget these are the 2 Kmart stores which are on the Virgin Islands of I believe this is the St. Thomas Virgin Islands, and then of course the 2 Kmart stores. This is the St. Croix Virgin Islands, and that's a United States territory. That's why those have 2 Kmarts, and then obviously the current Sears that's not liquidating in Puerto Rico. So anyways, so that is basically all of the Sears and Kmart stores that are currently not liquidating as of March 29th, 2021. This was a big video, so I hope everybody watched it to the very end, and if you did, thank you again for watching. Again, the map of these stores that are currently not liquidating will be located in the description below. So again, anybody interested in seeing this map, please make sure to check the link located in the description below. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that will be it.